This is, okay, I'm so excited to present this to you because it is such a new way to look at blush. It's an interesting texture. This is the blush Memoire de Forme. Free shipping and handling tonight. 2 colors, which we have, and it's a choice between 2 rose shades, an extravagant and delicate. So I believe the extravagant is the one that you will see right here, which is this gorgeous, gorgeous shade. And then we have the rose delicate, which is a little more, I would say, of like
it's a little softer.
It's
really that. So this one is the rose delicate. This one, and you've got it. It's a little bit more towards the warmer, like coral, let's say. Whereas the rose extravagant is a deeper, more towards the blue. But I have to tell you, I'm wearing rose extravagant right now. So what is really nice about this is that, first of all, you mentioned it's that gelée form, right? It's almost like,
interesting.
It feels almost like Jello,
yeah,
right? Because it's actually over 70% of a water texture, so that it's hydration.
Awesome.
But also is that you use such a small amount of this, and it literally like just blends right in. You don't need a brush or anything. I mean, you see, I just like put this right on, I mean, and it's just, it goes right into the skin. It's super portable, and it also gives you like a little bit of like a sheen.
Yeah,
you know?
Almost like a dewiness, if you will.
Yes, it gives you like a dewy effect, and you use so little of it, so it lasts you a really long time. And I like that water formula, because many times when we're using like powder blushes, sometimes you can really see it on the skin. It doesn't have the texture to just, you know, it sort of lays flat on top.
Yeah.
And if you have any dryness on your skin and you put on the powder blushes,
it accentuates your pores, and you're like, what looked like I only had 10, now I have 150.
Right? Like, this is really natural looking.
Yes. And the other thing that I think is so nice about it is we all miss the ability, especially as our skin ages and becomes more mature, just having that variation of slightly rosy cheeks. I mean, sometimes I feel like I wake up in the morning and I'm like, blah. Like, I just need a little bit of variation. And I mean, this is something that you can take on your fingertips, just as Jessica and I did tonight. And it's got such nice blending quality. But if you're somebody that wears a cream, a liquid, a powder foundation, this doesn't interrupt any of that texture. It's just a completely natural looking finish.
It goes right in. And also, by the way, it's great on the lips too.
Ooh.
So if you want to just sort of like give yourself like a little bit of a natural punch.
This is gorgeous.
You know? So it's got the 2, it's like a twofer to keep in your bag, I think.
I think so too. You know, and this is the kind of thing that I will say going into when the weather ever decides to warm up again, this is something that, like, in the heat wave where it's tinted moisturizer, lips, cheeks, a little bit around the eye area.
But that's what's so funny. It's fantastic for the winter too.
Yes.
Because it's sort of that hydration really works both. I mean, that's what we're seeing all tonight. Like, everything I'm showing you is lightweight and hydrating without being heavy and giving you a radiance and texture.
You know, it's funny when you talked about great for the winter too, I think of this like après-ski moment where it's like everything outside is this winter wonderland, and like you have the rosiness from the sun, but your lips like have like that different, you know, kind of frosty, bubbly shade. It's stunning.
That looks absolutely gorgeous. I mean, look how that is just going right into the skin, and I like that you can control that it's buildable, and you really don't need, I mean, it's a tiny amount.
Well, and it's not a stain, so you don't have to worry if there's playtime before it sets in. You can blend it out to as little or as much as you'd like.
Yeah, and even if you wanted to, say you put that on and you were like, oh, maybe I put too much, I'm not sure. You could take a little bit of the Hydro Sparkle or a moisturizer and then just blend that on top. But I really, look how pretty that color is.
And again, if you're somebody that's like, I don't know what brush to use, you know, I just want a little bit of color, you use your fingertips. Those are the best tools you could ever have. And I mean, you even see Carissa going from like swiping it across her face to now dabbing around that area.
Yeah, and it just goes right in. You see how it's just like blending right into her skin? And so she has control if she wants to get a deeper shade. Now, in terms of, oh no, which color should I get? Because they're buildable, they're both beautiful.
Yes.
So you really can't go wrong with them. because, again, it's so easy to apply, and that because you're building that color.
And because of that incredible gelée formula, the thing that I appreciate so much is neither one of these choices are, if you fall into this category of skin tone, you can use this one.
Right.
Because they just kind of blend into the natural texture. If you're somebody who said, you know what, like for the corals, I've had a harder time wearing them because maybe for my fair skin, they've been a little too stark, try this. Because look, when I just take just barely a little dab of this, you can blend it into being as buildable as you'd like, or barely their color. It is your choice. And that's what I think is so impressive about this, is because when you start experimenting with like different flushes for your complexion on your cheeks and your lips, it then kind of trickles down into like the dress that you've had for 10 years looks a little bit different because you decided to go for maybe a little more true of a pink than versus a coral.
Yeah, I think that what's great about these two is that it's sort of like a natural blush.
Yes,
you
what
know?
a concept.
Like a natural blush, or maybe you were outside in the cold and your cheeks turn a little, turn a little
freshly
pink.
bitten.
I really like that because I think it's fresh and it doesn't look like you're wearing makeup.
Yeah, and that I think has been such a wonderful theme of the night, with the sparkling water hydrating mask, and then now going from the concealer with hydrating properties to now this incredible blush that's got one of the most unique textures we've ever had the ability to present to you. I mean, if you look at this right here, it's almost like it bounces.
Yes, it's a bouncy, it almost has the texture of like a Jell-O, and you only need a little tiny bit, so it's gonna last you a really long time, and it's really chic and really portable.
You know, I remember I was in college when I discovered the power of blush, just kind of having that natural, and not everything being so monochromatic.
Right.
And almost the youthful properties associated with blush. This is the time that I think, again, even if you love to wear a ton of makeup, and I celebrate artistry, you don't have 15 shades to choose from. And if you wear no makeup, you've got two really nice choices that with the free shipping and handling tonight, you have the opportunity to bring home both. So we have the delicate and the extravagant. It is a 340673. Are you traveling anywhere fun? Like, are you guys taking a vacation in the spring or summer?